Yo, what's up everyone? Today I want to go over the updated class system in the Battlefield Labs. The game went from pre-alpha to alpha, and there was some pretty significant changes in the class system. So I want to go over that now. Starting off with the signature traits. First off, assault. You'll swap weapons faster if you use an assault rifle, and your recovery speed after sprinting is also increased, only when using assault rifles. Next is reduced fall damage and no movement speed penalty after falling. Now, all of this is translated so that it could be slightly wrong. Next up is engineer. If you use a PDW, it improves hip fire. And for the other signature trait, reduce explosive damage. And it says by 33%, which is interesting because if you go back to my last video, when the game was in a pre-alpha, there was actually a perk, reduce explosive damage. But now it seems to be the signature trait. Next up, support. When using LMGs, there is no movement speed penalty. So it seems like if you use LMGs on other classes, there's going to be a movement speed penalty. But if you use it on support, there won't. And for the signature trait, you revive and you drag faster. And last off, which is probably the most concerning one, if you use a sniper, you can stabilize your aim by holding breath and you shoot and reload faster. So to me, it seems like you can't hold your breath unless if you play Recon. If you're on assault and using a sniper, you can't hold your breath. You have to be on Recon, and you also get to shoot and reload faster. Now for the signature trait, which is the most concerning one, is aiming down sights spots enemies. Now that used to be a perk. There's 2 perk trees, and one of the perk trees at level 1 used to be aiming down sights allows you to spot enemies, but now it seems to be the signature trait. So not only was it extremely easy to get last time because it was a level 1 perk, all you had to do was just pick the perk tree. So, there's a chance that maybe someone else picks the other perk tree. So not everyone on Recon has it, but now it's a signature trait and everyone on Recon can just spot you by aiming, which I don't know why this is in the game. This was in the pre-alpha. Now it's in the alpha. Maybe the alpha is still like a little bit behind, like build wise. I don't know why this is still in the game. You should not be spotting people while aiming. It's really not that hard to press Q. We don't need to reward people because they can't do a simple mechanic. Now that's all the signature traits for the classes. Moving on, there were some gadgets that got added, and I'm kind of concerned onto why some of these gadgets got added. So I'm going to start off with support. First off, an airburst got added. I don't know why that's even in the game. You play Battlefield 4, it's completely broken, and it's probably one of the most banned gadgets when it comes to servers. I'll get into that a little bit later. Next up, an M320 was added to support. I don't know why. And according to the translation, it's an incendiary M320. That alone just shouldn't be in the game. You shouldn't just be allowed to quick peek a corner, shoot something, and now all of a sudden the ground is just filled with fire, especially on support. Assault already has 4 M320s, and now support has one. So what's even unique to assault anymore? Because all assault had was M320s and a med pen. So for assault, what's even unique? There's nothing unique about the class anymore when it comes to gadgets, because now a support has an M320, and the airburst is also a grenade launcher, which is what an M320 is as well. So when it comes to assault's gadgets, there's literally nothing unique about the class anymore because now support has it as well, which I just don't understand the reasoning behind that at all. Each class is unique because of the gadgets, especially in Battlefield 6 when you can use any gun on any class. It's not locked anymore. So what makes the class unique is the perks in the gadgets. Now we're starting to add the same gadgets on assault to support. So I just don't understand the reasoning behind that at all. And it's not done there either. They added a mortar to support. Yeah, that might not be that crazy considering Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 had mortars. But let's be real, the mortars are broken. You can sit in a safe spot, no fear of dying, and just farm kills. And people can't kill you. It's busted. It's like an MAV. You can sit in a safe spot and go spot people the whole game with no fear of dying. Things like that, this shouldn't be in the game. And on top of that, support isn't like Battlefield 4 support. This is classic. It gives heals, it gives ammo, and it revives people. Why is the mortar in the same class as a defib? It's 2 opposite play styles. One is you literally sit and spawn, do nothing but click on a map. And defibs, you're in the front line reviving. So this is different than Battlefield 4 when assault was medic. This class is medic and support as well. And I don't see any reason why the mortar should be on the class that's supposed to be on the front lines, giving people ammo and heals and reviving people. And on top of that, the mortar is just broken in general and shouldn't even be in the game. When you play on a Battlefield 4 server, there's usually 3 gadgets that are always banned on a server if you play with rules. Those 3 gadgets are mortar, Airburst, and UCAV. Those are always the top 3 gadgets that are always banned if you play on a server with rules. So we'll get a little bit more into that later. But it's like they just didn't learn from Battlefield 4. No one likes those gadgets. Yeah, there's like some battle dads that absolutely love it. You can give them something else to play with that will fulfill their enjoyment, not something that allows them to sit and spawn and do absolutely nothing. But that's the new gadgets for support. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see the grenades. They didn't show it. They only really showed the gadgets and the signature traits. Moving on to assault, this one's just super quick. They added a deployable ladder. Now, I didn't really get to see gameplay of it, so I don't know how good it is. I mean, it could be really good. It could be really bad. You know, it depends how high you can go up, depends on, you know, how fast you can climb it. Are you super animation locked? Like, there's so many different things. Realistically, it could be really, really good. Like, there's a 4-story building and you put a ladder and you climb all the way to the top of it, you know, and now you're in a position you weren't really supposed to be in, you know. So it's really hard to tell if this is good or not without actually seeing it in use. But what I do know is that there's definitely going to be spots where people are glitching outside the map. Yeah, I'll probably get fixed, but it's definitely going to happen. There's definitely going to be spots where you weren't supposed to go. It was not intended, and people are going to end up there. That's just given. That's it for assault. Moving on to engineer. Engineer seems to have 3 more gadgets. They added a straw from Battlefield 4, so like a missile that you can guide when looking down sights that follows the crosshair. They added a vehicle supply box, and then they added a drone that looks like an MAV, but it has a different name. And if you translate the name, it seems to be a drone that holds a bomb. To me, this seems like a UCAV. And going back, the top 3 gadgets that were banned in Battlefield 4 servers were UCAV, mortar, and airburst. And it seems like they've added UCAV, mortar, and airburst. So I really don't know what DICE is doing. These are like the top 3 most hated gadgets in Battlefield 4, and they decided to add it to Battlefield 6. So I really don't know what they're doing and why they would do that. It could change because this is an alpha, but this is the most updated build that we've seen. So I'm just commenting on what I see right now. And there is no reason for those 3 gadgets to even be in the game. Moving on to Recon. First off, I do not see motion sensor grenades in the gadget spot. It seems to still be in the grenade slot, which we've been preaching now that it needs to be removed from the grenade slot, like Battlefield 4, which had it in the gadget slot, because there's already so many ways for Recon to gather information, and putting a motion sensor grenade in the grenade slot just makes it even better, because the grenade choice you have for Recon really isn't that good. So everyone's realistically going to pick motion sensor grenade. And on top of that, you still get 3 gadgets, plus all the perks that help you spot, plus the signature trait that spots people by just aiming at them. So Recon's still absolutely ridiculous, but we can talk about the new thing that was added, which is like a fake head. You've seen it in movies, you know, they make a fake head when they have like a sniper fight. They shoot the fake head, the other sniper kills the guy. That's what's added to Recon. I would never use this, but I'm sure a lot of people would find this cool and it would appeal to a lot of people, but that's what they added for Recon. That's pretty much it for this video. Again, these things can change. This is an alpha. They already significantly changed from pre-alpha to alpha, not in a way that I liked, but going to beta, it could change again in a good way. I'm trying to stay positive about this type of thing, but it does seem like they're just adding a bunch of stuff that we don't like. But that being said, I'm sure there's a lot of battle dads out there that love this stuff, but it does not make for good gameplay at all, and it's extremely annoying to play against. And it almost seems like they're just adding gadgets to please people rather than actually thinking and adding it for a reason. Because again, I don't know why a mortar would be in the class that's supposed to be on the front lines. And if I remember correctly, its perks also promote it being in the front line. As one of its level 4 perks is it heals people and gives them ammo that are next to it. And that doesn't promote sitting in spawn and using your mortar at all. And it's different from Battlefield 4 when support and medic were split. Medic was given to assault. Now it's all in the support class and you're giving it things like a mortar, which to me just doesn't make sense. And regardless, a mortar shouldn't even be in the game at all. I know a lot of people are going to hate that, but it really shouldn't be in the game. Nothing where you can sit in a safe spot and help your team without risk of dying should be in the game at all. So that should be removed. And then on top of that, they're adding grenade launchers to support when Assault already has grenade launchers. So now what's unique to Assault? A med pen and a deployable ladder. that's what makes the class. Because it's not just an airburst added to support, it's also an M320, which is M320 is literally 90% of what the Assault gadgets are. Literally doesn't make the class unique at all gadget wise. So I don't really know what DICE is doing. It can change, but we'll see. But that's it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Peace.